You know, I like to tell stories. Well, you know, I've had a unique experience this year. A longtime customer, one of the largest OEM machine builders in the state of Indiana, and he kept hearing about cobots. So we had lunch one day, and he's like, "Well, I should probably just buy a robot. We'll start telling our customers to use these instead." And I'm like, "No, please don't do that. Don't buy a robot for me."
Right.
I really did, because that wasn't a good plan. Well, through a longer story, we came to the conclusion there was an opportunity to do finishing and deburring and cutting, you know, anything that's going to have like circular interpolation, that type of thing. So here we are 6 months later, they've got a developed system with tool changers, easy to use programming. The vice president of the company wrote the program. And then he called me last week and goes, "I can't do this anymore, Jeff. I have a job." But I'm getting we've got like 20 people, including BPI, that we've referred to him. He's like, "I can't keep up. I need a guy." I just happen to have a young man that is my son's best friend, and he never went to college, but he went into the Air Force. He's in the Air National Guard now. He's really, he works on the A-10s. He's, you know, fixing them and that type of thing. And Eric used to be in the Air Guard. So I'm like, "Man, why don't you talk to Caleb?" Caleb started this week. He's going to be their robotics guy. He'll be at he's done the online training that you mentioned, which anybody can do. He's going to come down to Neff for a factory level 2-day training. And that young man in a year is going to be a robot engineer. And he didn't have to go to college. And there's a lot of kids that can't or don't want to do school. And here we're going to have this young man who's going to probably have a 6-figure income in a couple of years, and a skill set and pride and all the things you talked about. And that touches me, because Eric's one of my oldest customers. Caleb's like a son to me. And I was in a fortunate position to put those two together. But we have all these people out there that didn't want to go to college. I didn't want to go to college. My wife made me. I struggled through for 10 years and got done. But they're smart and they're talented, and we can train them to do automation versus loading a machine. I think the companies that recognize that and think outside the box are the companies that are going to be prospering, and the companies that continue to put their head in the sand and do the business the way they always have are probably going to struggle. And it's going to come to a point where you're so far behind you're not going to catch up.